This bee lazed around every day, but today it was caught red-handed by its supervisor. The supervisor pointed at the beehive behind them, telling the bee not to slack off, then left with the other bees to collect nectar. Unexpectedly, this work was too difficult for the bee, and the honey stuck directly to its hands and wouldn't come off. So the bee could only swing its hands hard to fling it off, but it ended up flinging the honey onto a coworker's face. The bee hurried over to help remove it, but the honey was too sticky and wouldn't come off at all. Finally, the coworker rubbed some pollen on their hands, and only then were they able to remove the honey. Seeing that pollen prevented sticking, the bee also started learning to work. However, the honeycomb was too soft, and the shape it had just made immediately collapsed. The bee was very frustrated, so it found some twigs and directly propped up the honeycomb. But in the end, the honeycomb still collapsed. Just when it was at a loss, it accidentally discovered that the honeycomb behind it had solidified, and this was caused by the wind from its flapping wings. So the bee immediately flapped its wings and fanned all the honeycomb, and sure enough, it successfully made it work. With this successful experience, the bee began working non-stop, and eventually turned the entrance into floor-to-ceiling windows, which looked very stylish. All its co-workers praised it for doing a great job.